it's Della DuLac. Today I'm going to show you how to do this 2-inch greeting card gift bag. I did a video on a 1-inch, 1-inch wide. This one is 2-inch, so it's going to hold a lot more cards and envelopes. So I made one that I can fit 20 cards with envelopes in this one, as long as they don't have too much bulk. So cute. I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get started. Let's get the scoreboard out. So with this one, I have a 12-inch. This was a 12-inch, 12 by 12. So when you cut it, you're going to cut it at 10, and you're going to be left with a 2-inch strip. And we're going to use all of this. So we've got our 12 by 10-inch strip that we're going to use for the bag, and then our 2-inch strip that we've got over here, I have cut at 5.5. So these two pieces are 5.5, and then I've got this nice little piece left over that we can use on the tag. So these two we would make into cards. So I had my 2-inch, cut it at 5.5, so it can go on your card like this. So we've got this piece, and I've cut a 1/2-inch piece. This is 1.5, and then a 1/2-inch piece to go on the inside. You know I like to put something on the inside of my cards. I can put a green too. And the other card, I just changed out my background, did a large flower, changed out my greeting, but I'm still using the same pieces. And then this little piece left over, I just added to my card, or my little tag. And then I'm using all of my DSP. Okay. So to score the bag, you want to score at 2 and 8. And then you're going to turn it to the 12-inch side and score at 5 inches and 7 inches. And then to get the little 1/2-inch strip that you were going to fold over here, you want to do a 1/2 inch and 11.5. And then that will give the top of the bag just a little bit more stability. So let's put this away for a minute. Okay. And because this is kind of a busy print, we're going to fold this a little bit so we can see. Let's do it from the stripes so we can see where to cut. And fold this one up, because we want to cut these two right here on both sides. So we're going to cut up to that score line, and I like to cut out just a tiny little wedge so it folds up just a little bit easier. And cut this one right up to that fold line. That one, and then flip it over and do the other side. A little bit a wedge, and the other side here. Okay, get those, we'll move those out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to burnish both of those to get a good crease. And then we'll open this up and we'll fold it up. This side, give this a little fold. Okay, get that little 1/2 inch folded. And then open that up, flip it around, get this one folded up. Fold that little 1/2 inch back. And when I cut my paper, I wanted to make sure that my stripes for the inside were going this direction. So when I folded this over, I would see the stripes going this way. So if you have a 2-sided DSP and the inside goes one way or the other, you might want to think about that. So we folded both of those over. And this one here. So what I want to do is I want to put a little bit of adhesive on the inside of this flap because I want to make sure that it's going to stay down. So I'm going to put that on here, get that over. A bit of extra glue. Okay, so let's do the other side. Open that back up. Put a little strip down that whole side. Fold that over. There we go. Okay, so now it's starting to look like a bag. Sort of. There we go. Alright, so that's how we're going to fold this up. We're going to get our tear tape. I love this stuff. It's great for bags. So we're going to put a little bit on the inside flap because we want to make sure that that's going to stay put on the inside of the bag. Just put a little bit on both sides there, and then along the edge on both of these edges. And then I'm going to put just a little bit here on the inside of this fold line, so the other flap will have some good closure here. Okay. Now I'm going to take the tip of my scissors. You can take a stylus tool, kind of help get a hold of those. I am going to take these all off at the same time because it's a little easier to get a hold of all of these while this is flat. But you want to make sure you're careful before you get them all stuck down so they don't stick where you don't want them to. Come on. Get a hold of that. There we go. And this side here. And this side over here. Okay, so now we can put this together. Now I want to make sure these aren't going to stick quite yet. I want to line up my sides so the tops are pretty even. There we go. Get that side, turn that around, get this one lined up. Make sure the tops are lined up fairly even. Here we go. Now we can take the end of our bone folder and just kind of burnish those flaps down on the inside. So we've got this one here. I want to put that down, burnish that down, and now we've got our cute little bag. Here we go. And then this is where you can add some handles on this one here. I did some little white handles, some little ribbon. I actually stapled these on and then I tied my knot around the staple. You can use a hole. I kind of liked having the little end on the front. Did that on both sides. And then again, I just added my little strip here to my card, or to the little tag, and all of my cards on the inside have those pieces, so I've used all of my DSP. I did not waste anything for these. These are really great to have on hand. I have this one here that I've made out of the white background piece, the cardboard piece that comes in your DSP. The prints used to be over here on the side. Now they're in the middle of the back, so it's a little bit harder to use that to have a nice white background base. But you could flip this over to be on the inside of your bag. You could even put a piece of paper over the top of that so it's not as noticeable on the inside. But these are very sturdy. These make really nice sturdy boxes. So all I did, I cut it the exact same, 10 by 12, but I just cut it off this side, and this worked out really well to be 2 inches. So this whole piece is going to get covered up from the other flap on this side. And that's where I would put my adhesive to glue this piece together. And then I have this really nice elegant white box, and then I just put a little strip across the top here to add just a little bit of a pattern to it, and some pretty silver handles, and I had a little bit of extra strips that I added to make a card. And then I had some old DSP that I just made some simple thank you cards. This is going to be a wedding gift, and I have 20 cards and envelopes in here, so this makes a really nice gift. And then I'll just tie this tag on with some silver cord after I write on the back. Very pretty. So with the other ones that I had done before, these are a 1-inch bag. And for these, I liked actually having a card go across on the front here. That becomes my little tag. So I have a thank you and a birthday all ready to go. So when I need this as a gift, if I want this to be a thank you, I'll leave the thank you card on the front and put this one on the inside, and then I'll add a few other cards with envelopes, and they make really great thank you gifts. Again, if I wanted this to be a birthday gift, I would just swap out the card. So to do the 1-inch bag, this was again 12 by 12, and I cut this one at 8. So this is 8 by 12. And then this 4-inch strip I would cut at 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, and then I'd have a little 3/8 or 3/4 of an inch. This isn't 3/4 of an inch left over that I could use on the inside, like I did here. So to score this one is just a little bit different. I'll show you how to score that one real quick. So for this one, since it's 8 inches, I do want that 1-inch flap to fold over. So we're going to score it at 1 inch and 7 inches. And then you would flip it, score at 1 inch. Again, this is going to be the flap that folds down, and 11 inches. And then to create the bottom, you want to score at 5 1/2 and 6 1/2. And then this becomes the bottom of the bag. And you would fold it and cut it just like we did this, except this is the 2-inch bag. So cute, very fun to have some of these on hands. They make really great gifts. So this is what I had for you today for these little bags. Super cute. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell button.